So, an empire that has spent most of its time acting God, acting entitled, acting dependent, or independent, acting like it is a cut above all others, and doing nothing to strive towards it. Zilch. The only thing that the empire seems to want to do is benefit and make itself look better than it is. In other words, let's go get a turd and polish it. That's all it is. Using the same battle strategies it's used since the beginning days. Predictable. Where you could look at this in multiple ways, right? We're going to give them quite a lot to do. So I believe one group, the 5 group, are the ones that stop uprisings. And the 6th group are the one that uses the information that would have happened in this empire and goes and triggers it off in another. So it uses the same strategies to better this one. One group prevents it, the other group feed this information over to them, and they implement it into others as a way to bring them down. Your empire is so dependent. There's nothing independent about it. The way I see it, and I think a lot of people see it if they were allowed to freely think for themselves, I'd love to be an empire that charges the most money off of the people, off their slaves, and claim I've got no money. Wouldn't you like to have trillions and then say, I haven't got no money? You know, the weirdest thing is, I don't have no money. Can I go and build a £1 billion warship while claiming COVID is destroying us and then roll out 2 new warships?
Yeah, they do that.
Can I claim to have no money and then go and buy a £1,000 bench that no one is going to sit on? When it's hot, people sit on grass. How many people sit on benches? What a waste of money. When B&Q offer you the very nearest thing, less than 20 quid. I'd love to be this empire that claims it has no money for NHS police officers, people on benefits. It's got no money, but can waste the money and resources on things that are pointless. So let's do the maths quickly. We better give the 5 something that they might want to pay attention to. What happens if we got rid of all councils, all politicians, kings, queens, gentries, MPs, the lot? Every single one of them, we close the doors and say thanks, but no thanks. How much money would we save?
That would be a lot, wouldn't it?
What happens if this nation was built on socialism? Socialism had a way it was going forwards to a point where it was going to liberate all people in all places. But then these imperialistic individuals, which is your 1%, and not all businesses operate this way. Some of them have struggled and battled to find their breakthrough point. And my word, they've probably had the world up against them. No ifs and no buts. I take my hat off to you. There are some people here that don't pay tax. So anyone that's ever claimed a benefit, I was 1 pence over the ratio. 1 penny. And they exempt me, and they wouldn't exempt me from a tax. 1 penny. 1p. 1p. 1p over. Yet, a corporation such as Saffron Housing that earns, what, over £1 million? Writing it in shorthand, over £1 million is exempt for 2 years from this very same tax that I was a penny too much. But yet, they're sitting on £1 million profit. And they're 99.
Yeah.
How many pennies over are they?
Oh, I don't know. I can't even think.
On a million.
Is it 100 million pennies? Because there's 100 in £1.
100 million pennies over, and yet they're exempt.
Yeah.
So why do we have councils? So that they put regulation on people. So when we get onto this with the council houses, we'll have to understand something here. Who sells a business that makes money?
Someone who doesn't think.
So whether it's the council that did it independently or it was the government that okayed it. So we've got rules that the council set for people not to do things on their land.
Yeah.
And we need these people around to make sure that this doesn't happen. Who's regulating them? What, because they're a cut above the rest, they don't need regulation? Who's regulating the government? Are you allowed? Is the government allowed to see every penny that you spend your money on? Can they look into your bank account?
Yeah.
Can you look into theirs?
No.
Can you look into where all the money's going?
No, and you should be able to because they are your government.
They don't trust any of us. Which is projection of what they're really saying is you shouldn't trust us.
Yeah.
Behaviour. We'll get onto some other things in a bit, but this one particular. So, if we got rid of all the MPs and Houses of Commons, but doesn't seem to be any common people in there.
Yeah.
So, we don't have any money, but we can afford a bench. We don't have any money, but we can build warships. Where do you find the money for that then? We don't have any money for people on benefits, but we've got £8,000 to £9,000 per month for prisoners. Can't build new hospitals, but can build new prisons. Can't keep the old hospital and the new hospital, and this is how you run an empire. To be honest, I think that you are not qualified to do so. In fact, I'm absolutely amazed astounded that it's got this far. But that's when you've blinded the people. You have literally blindsided the people. And then you lot think that there isn't a higher force at play. You really think so? You think that you're a cut above the rest, aren't you? So independent that if you ask a question into Google, and Google is translated, whatever you want to call it, the AI is programmed. And each nation, it must say something different. So someone has got with the programmers and said, right, in Britain, these are our rules. Don't abuse them. These are our lies. This is the truth you're going to tell about those lies. And your empire is predictable. So predictable. Someone's going to shine forwards and you're going to take everything from them. You are going to play sick games with them. I mean, people at the council that would even come in and all of the rules and regulations that they're supposed to do, and apparently they only get 35 to 39 grand a year. Bullshit. I don't want you to show me a nice pretty little chart, because you lot lie. You lie. You say you have no money, and yet you've got tons of it. You say you're there for the people, but you're actually not. You say you're there to spend this money on this, this and this, but you never do. You always come into politics with the same bullshit and never make it happen. You shit on the people. You sell the assets. Let's take the assets of all housing industries in the nation that were built by council. And let's say that the council charged a tax from the people. Doesn't mean that you can put this into your pockets, but your family's got bigger. And I'm also on about your shadowy family members, like the royal family. Those three that you see. 1, 2, 3. That is a snippet, 1% front man to the back of the family. Apparently kings can't do what they want, nor queens. Who's going to stop them? Governments can't do what they want. Who is going to stop them? The people. What? There's a bit of a loophole in that one, isn't there? They've dumbed you down.
And you don't see what they are doing. So how do you
Why
stop
would
it?
you need a group of people to stop uprisings then?
Yeah.
Why would you need people to silence the whistleblowers and everything else? If it was transparent, integral, you wouldn't need that. So you've counteracted it by building these groups to go after these people and make their lives as hard as possible, and usually it links up to the council. You use shadow banning techniques. Why? If you really were here for the people. That's why I like Kennedy saying quite a lot. He knew. You know, humans are failing with a capital F right now. Look around. Look around. This empire is teetering on the edge. What is the guess that Britain are buying gas from Russia? But they don't want to admit it. Well, they're just middlemen now, aren't they? All these energy companies now, aren't they? Middlemen. Still, middlemen make 40 billion and can go bankrupt. Wouldn't you like to go bankrupt on 40 billion? Have limited liability so they can't touch that money.
Yeah.
Even though that was built from tax. That money is illegal and has been for all the generations that have gone by, that has been going into people's pockets. Shareholders shouldn't have shareholders on public property. You don't need them. You never have. Because some good-hearted individuals got together back in the day and were manipulated.
And built something. And
Built
then,
water companies. Built houses.
Yeah.
Built energy companies.
For generations to come, not for some private companies.
Yeah. And for also not the shadowy board members versus the front men. And King, you should know what I'm going on about, because your politics, they are all your front men, aren't they? Both parties, all parties are your front men.
Yeah.
The ones that take the fall so you don't have to. Silly, bang. Bang, and the dirty is gone. But serious. So what do we have? King, who owns .gov, both sides, Labour and Tories.
Yeah,
King tells both, you are for and you are against. Because no party has ever unpicked what the other one has done, but has spent a lifetime whinging about the other one. You did this with benefits. They get into power, and we did more on benefits. We acted exactly the same. That means that somebody who is controlling you is telling you to act exactly the same.
they
Each
just say
time.
different way, but do the same thing, don't they?
And this family must be getting bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. That's why you need dirt on these people, getting bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. Oh, and these families must be getting really big. And then we've got the council family that are all in as well, and their families must be getting big over the generations. And they can't all fit into a fucking Houses of Parliament or the council. Why not? Why can't they all sit inside this area? Because the people would look and be like, why are we paying for all these people? So what's your next best thing with all these people that fill up? Well, you hide. You put a few out front and you hide the rest. But they're going to need money. And they don't want to work. Especially, they don't want to do the life that you've lived. Some of them have never lived under dictatorship from social housing, ever. You can't have solar panels. Never been on dictatorship from the council. You're not allowed to do this on your land. You can't do that. You can't build this. You can't have a business. You're not allowed to run a business. And then the government are like, oh, there's no jobs in the UK. Oh, God. Oh, shit me. Yes, because your very policy is stopping it. What do you think your council are doing? How many more jobs did you want to create in the UK? Look, there's another one for you. Oh, net zero. We can't charge a tax to everyone. And then the council were like, you can't have solar panels or wind turbines. Wait a minute. Hold on. Actions and words are not aligning. Look, we write the laws for the Housing Act, council say to the social housing which doesn't belong to them. You don't have to follow the Housing Act.
It's not enforceable.
You can pick and choose what you want to follow.
Yeah.
I mean, wow. So what do you need to do when you've got all of this social asset and you've got Anglian Water and you fracture it? So rather than it being British Water, which is what it was, British Water Company. British Energy Company. British Housing Company. Notice how socialistic this is. That to accept your money paid for this from your ancestors. That's what it is. Now, let's add up all of the money from all water companies across the United Kingdom. They all belong to you, the taxpayer, not CEOs, not Anglian Water. Never mind that they're charging you for rain that hits your roof. Now, this country is doing what? It's so dependent on everything else. It's dependent on a star. You are dependent on the weather being good. Name me one part of this that's independent. Name me anything that's independent.
I don't know.
How many breakthroughs are people going to be making for new fuel? None, because you're not allowed. Council red tape you, which is government. And if it ain't government, then prove it and do something about it. Or we just get rid of all of you. And we replace all of this shit, and that means taking back every single one of these. So what's the energy company taken? One company made 40 billion in a year.
Profit.
Yeah?
How many people are struggling with energy?
Why do we have no coal left? Why do we have no petrol left? Why do we have no wood left? Why do we have none left?
Yeah.
Because of these.
Where are all the
These
forests?
were the ones that said you are going to burn your house like this, this and this. We're going to build the houses so that they're so airy-fairy that all the air leaks out. No, you can't do this. No, you can't have solar panels. They made you burn it this way because money was more important. Look, if we make these houses more airy, we could sell them 5 sacks of coal as opposed to just one.
Yeah.
Well, I don't see your point. Oh, more money. Oh, I get it. More money means someone along the lines was not qualified to do this job, really, were they?
No.
Look at that, with all that money and all that education at your leisure, and you still fuck everything up. Doesn't speak of empire material to me. You can't even run a nation. The council can't even run the towns that they sit in.
Yeah.
You can't even run hospitals. Look at it. Your engineers with modern engineering and qualifications can't build a road that outlasts the Romans. You can't build buildings that outlast pyramids, Mayans. This is with your education and your bullshit and your red tape and your better way of doing things. Because it creates more money, that's what it does, and it keeps people in pointless jobs. Rusting through metal like never seen before. You know this stuff will come to bite you in the arse eventually. It's not there yet, hence why the brakes are being put on. So far, the human species have failed. Some unknowingly, large amounts knowingly. You know you're doing a terrible shit-ass job. You've turned the world into such a national way to live and everything else that you've caused one of the biggest problems for yourselves, which is war. There's no teamwork. How about you get the nation together to create a teamwork project, which is what? Let's stop. Let's figure out a new fuel source. Fuck me, even the Germans, the Nazi Germany were already on this. To make a clean energy. Wow. Look at that behaviour in that war. Look at it. Send all of these people off to die. Why do you think the world is overpopulated with female?
Yeah.
You know, with all of these battles where the men get killed, right? You reach a point and they kill everyone and then it has to happen again.
Yeah.
The old days, they burnt down things.
Hmm.
I'm telling you, this is the way this family has been operating since it's been in power. Get to a point and they don't know what they're doing past this line here.
Hmm.
Too many men, too many people, and they don't know what they're doing. Women are easily controlled. Why do you think women have been allowed to be controlled and manipulated by men? Dominant men. Because men have been taught to go off to battle and basically die. Because you won't say no, because you've got this pride taught in you. It's not you. Then you lot, your numbers dwindle downwards. And you leave a large margin of females that are easily manipulated. Who doesn't go to battle and then are full of men and believe in a man's world? But in order for a man's world to work, you need men in hierarchy positions. Look at your House of Lords, only just got a female in it. Only just. For all your big businesses. Most of them are men. And then when a woman gets in, ask someone from Dragon's Den, they will dominate the arse out of you. Why do you think that is? Because they've got into this behaviour. Send men to battle to die, leaves women and children, and who are the most easily manipulated individuals? Women and children. Now, if you want to be a certain type of woman, they set the narrative for you. You have to act like that heartless woman over there, and that heartless woman over there. Why is it always women that are given the jobs to Axe benefit?
To look heartless, I don't know. Yeah.
Well, it'd look a bit rough if it was a man killing children through cutting benefits, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
It's okay if it's a woman, though, isn't it? She's got to be a certain type, though.
Yeah.
They got to share this personality trait. And how do I get this personality trait down to a T? Well, it's quite easy, really. I set an application form where I can control who I want and who I don't. The 1%, right?
Mm-hmm.
Send the men via conscription, have a good old bang up, and then it brings you back down to here. You've destroyed all your buildings, and then we have to slowly rebuild it all again. And then we reach this buffer zone yet again, and guess what happens? Same shit. Then again, reaches the same shit. What happens again? Because they know this bit. From here to here, they know it. How many times has this been happening? Getting from here to here?
Many, many, many.
But they know how to rebuild stuff, don't they? Do they know how to reach for the stars? What do you think you're here for? Play Monopoly? Play this?
Oh, that's what they like to play.
Well, let's hope that you're for your sake, really, because you don't believe in anything higher, do you? Because you are the ones that are higher. That you're going to bless yourselves when you die over to the other side, and God is going to bow and say, you know what? You've made yourself a worthy God. Look at all of these people that are championing you. No, because when you die, this is the bit that you forget. When you transition in, how many people have you sent to battle? And then when they find out the truth, that you divided the landmass. No one controls the world. So then why are people not allowed to do what the hell they want? Within reason. I'm not talking about murder, robbery, or anything else. No, I mean, why can't people do things that are good for other people? Work in teamwork with each other in communities. Why are they not allowed to do it? 1, they've got no time. 2, they've got no money. And 3, you won't let them with the ruling. And it's pugwash is all it is. Do you think we would be this stuck? Do you think that we wouldn't have any money? Money, an illusion. No, what we don't have is enough time on this planet. That's a fact. Every life form gets an opportunity to have a go, even if it's ants. These can be upscaled. This is provenness. Things can be downscaled. Humans so far are the worst. You're predictable. Look how it goes. Another empire rises, gets greedy, wants to play Monopoly, wants to play Control, wants to live off of God's material, wants to destroy it, wants to break it down, give nothing back, put themselves as superiority. This is what we see over and over again. Marching around like they are king cocks of the bunch, even though you are juicy imitations of the most worthless life forms that ever breathed. And yet you claim that you are so superiority but can't even run an empire. Why? Well, sure, you're running it into the fucking ground and you are dragging everybody with you because your sorry asses won't get off it. No one's allowed to go above you, are they? No one's allowed to go past you because you'll make us look bad. The fact is, you make yourselves look bad. Because all you've done is clutch hold of immaterial imitations of what a god is and claimed that you are all this superiority. Because if a god was true, he'd come down and smite us all, wouldn't he? See, there is no such thing. There must be a devil. No. We understand the duality part really well, don't you? You really get that. But you don't understand that this force can be both. How many people have you sent to battle? Just remember that. How many people have died for your artificialness? Ask yourself that question. How many in your family, yours, how many life forms have you killed in your family? How many have you sent to battle? How many? In your family alone. It's not called murder, is it? No, because we've got two types of everything. It's not called sexual abuse. No, it's called something else. It's not called pillaging. It's not called theft. What is it called then? Oh no, because you've got a specially fancy fucking name for it, haven't you? See how superiority they think they are? What's it, swan around, blowing smoke up each other's asses? Shit me so many O-rings, and that says, oh, this is interesting. Predictable. And what's the next family going to do? The exact same thing as this family. And what's the next generation going to do? The exact same thing. And what's the next family going to do? The exact same thing. What are all the people in the council going to do and their family members? The exact same thing. Not anymore. It stops. It's going to stop. Willingly or unwillingly. But it is going to stop. Mark my words. It is going to change. This stuff belongs to the people. Now, if this stuff would have been kept with the people, and we're going to say, let's just do an imaginary number, 100 million for the water companies, what about the energy companies? All of this money paid in this thing called rent and bill would go back into a tax pot. No matter how crap your empire fell down on its fucking knees, why did you need to sell it? It's like me going up to Warner's and saying, sell me a company. No one sells a good company. No, you had to give these away to family members because that's the only way you would do it. Have you seen how stingy they are at giving you money or giving you anything else? But were generous with the water company though, weren't they?
Yeah.
Give all of them away. They were generous with the energy companies, weren't they? Didn't they give them all away? No strings attached, my word. This doesn't sound like a government to me. This doesn't sound like the same shit that's been going on for eons, does it?
Yeah.
No term, no condition, no control, no tax, no hoops to jump through. As easy as that was just like a yes. Quick handshake. And it was done. But yet you want to get anything from them. How many hoops you got to jump through? Funny that, isn't it? What, did you implement it afterwards? That's weird, isn't it? Isn't that weird? Well, you got any more assets you want to give the people? Because then at least they can become CEOs, put board members in and create these things called jobs. Pointless, but still jobs nonetheless. Where they can play power games with people. You can't have this, you can't have that, you can't have this, you can't have that, but you are liable for the tax. Oh, by the way, you're a penny over, we can't help you, sorry, but we're a million over, but you will help us. Oh, black hole budget is people on benefits? No. No, it isn't. People on... Are you mad? Are you that stupid you believe your own bullshit? People on benefits. How much are politicians getting? How much are you MPs getting but can't control the council or interfere with what they're doing? So what's the point? You're just there to scheme more money, right? For a job that you don't do. Who's that one that's here? Freeman. Is it Freeman?
Freeman.
Oh, yeah. He's an idiot. Bangs on about dentists and teeth and getting this and people can't afford teeth. What has he actually achieved? Nothing. In how many years has he been banging on about that same sentiment over and over again? What change? He's apparently an MP. How much money has he schemed by saying that bullshit? Which he put in his own pocket, right? Bought his own house, bought his mortgage is paid off, and he's got cars, yes?
Yeah.
Why didn't that money, considering it was taxpayers' money, rather than you run your mouth, why didn't you go and build a dentist where you're hiring people and giving it for free off of your wages then? Where's Kevin Hearn? He'll rig the energy for you. We'll just tap it in off of a private company, won't we? And then the council want you as mayor? Oh dear. Oh. Crooks, thieves, scoundrels, killers, you name it. These are these individuals. And what is central government doing? We don't get involved with the council. Then what is the point? What, only control a certain amount of the population, and then once again, it proves how useless you all are. Oh, very good at taking money and tapping in off of that, if your hands are in the pocket. But if it's anybody else's hands who are needing... I don't know if you need that. People in your prisons, you ain't even got them working. You cowards. You cowards can't even stand up to people in prisons. And yet we leave this whole empire wide open to collapse. Because if Russia is as bad as what you say they are, and you are getting the gas from Russia, then all they need to do is slowly rise the prices, don't they? And your empire collapses. Because you can't tell the truth because pride won't let you. Where do you get this gas from? Why do you have to put a standing charge in? Why can all of these housing associations can't provide me with a standing charge that they've paid? On the water meter? On the electricity meter? Where's all these payments then from the corporation that earn millions? Where is it? And if they don't have to pay it, because we're all equal under this bullshit law, apparently, we're all equal, then tell me, why does a housing association have a right to dictate inside people's homes what they are going to do, how they are going to live? And we're all equal under the law, then they should act upon those same laws too. Yeah. No solar panels, no wind turbines. And then we can play a little violin each time the government bang on about net zero and the environment. We'll just play that very little violin. All of us just sit here just doing this. We don't need umbrellas for appeasement. We just need little violins. Just do this. And what does it mean? You talk shit. Your actions and your words are two different things. You're like the BFG. What I says and what I do's is two different things. Yes. Fucking. You ever wanted to be a fucking part of the politics? You might as well have a fucking ventriloquist fucking dummy, mightn't you? Dress it up to look like Jimmy Carr. Or get Chucky and we could dress it up like Simply Red. So we haven't got enough jobs. People are not working anymore. Oh, what are the corporations doing? Such as housing associations, you're not allowed to work from your home. And the council said so as well. Why?
Because you need to rent their offices to pay them more money.
Okay, and they say that it's to stop noise and smell and everything else. So explain to me why Banham Poultry is the most complained about factory that they stuck in the middle of Attleborough and have not moved it, and all of the houses that people have bought, they are suffering. Right next to all of these companies. Who okayed that? Or the council did. Who doesn't do anything about it? Well, the council. I did write over to the council how they could sort that problem out. They didn't listen. Why? Because they don't care. So while they're telling you that you can't do this stuff, they're okay to do it.
Yeah.
How much money do factories pay for rain to fall on their factory, considering it's so much more bigger? You know, I would be able to receive some sort of paperwork from these companies and they wouldn't clench their asses at me when I'm asking, Corey, you must be paying a lot of rainwater. They go pale. Well, some of them, what are you going on about? Yeah, what am I going on about? You don't pay anything to the water company. Half of you live inside your businesses. That's okay though, innit? Fucking mate rates and everything else. These should never have been sold. We wouldn't have this problem. We would be reaching out to space by now like the good little life forms that we are. Each life form gets a chance. The worst are you. So far, there is some hope because there is some movement happening. However, very slow. You should have already been in the stars by now. You should have already been around the planets. But let me guess. The Empire is going to steal it all like it was all their big brainstorm. That it was someone from their family that made it all happen.
Mm-hmm.
And again, predictable. And it's not what is being looked for. Oh, but the universe doesn't care if we're evil or good. Are you sure? You spend your life, 90% of it, living all right. Minus the human pressures and everything else. Minus all of that, if you didn't have it. You don't understand what that's like because you've always got it. Trust me, life is a beautiful thing. It is very beautiful 90% of the time. No, it is not hard. It is wonderful. Wonderful. The whole world moved forwards because people traveled. They reached outside of their understanding. They didn't have an understanding that this is my land. They want to know what's over there. Likewise, some others wanted to know what was over there. There must be something living in that hope. And as they begin to travel, guess what they find? Other land masses, other people. They weren't going to battle. It was fascinating on both sides, reciprocal. One, there is other people. Answered a question that they both thought, although maybe not in the same language, but the same feeling. The newness. The differences, the obvious differences between one another, the food differences, the lifestyle differences that they incorporated with one another. Then brought this back to here versus what they learnt over there from these, and it changed again by the time the next go. It had changed, it adapted, they incorporated it and went off in their direction and they went off in their direction. The reason why your planet is so infested with life is to prepare you for the universe. If you can't do it here on your planet, then any existence beyond this is not worthy for you. It is not right for you. What is it going to be? My fucking heaven? No, it's mine. I put my flag here. Oh. What? What are we going to do? Start dividing up fucking heaven into fucking fractions? What are we going to start to do? Build fucking military equipment and blow each other up? You can already see it, right? Calculate that. Well, where does your mindset go? This is when you are left to do things on your own free will. You have a choice. You have a choice. Continue or stop. Break your cycle that you have taught yourselves to be in and change, or continue down the path. Go beyond this mystery mark here, or continue the same pattern that you have always done. Because the unknown is so scary. Oh, God, man, you guys are only ever good at doing things when it's in that ratio that you've set for yourselves, and you've stayed stuck in this ratio over and over. Predictable. Absolutely predictable. Same shit over and over. Your ancestors are frustrated and the future is frustrated, and we are all frustrated. Even your own people are frustrated with it. You can't even see this. You can't even see this. If we kept all of the money that was from here, tax pot, would you have a crisis? Would you have enough money for council houses? What about if we got rid of all of these councillors, MPs that don't know what they're doing? Clearly, how can one person know what to do for everybody on that region? Would you like a £40,000 statue? We're going to have 6 of them. No. Do you want an MP prancing around talking shit? There's no action. Name me an action that's come with the dentist. Of him banging on about that. Even when he was with the Tories, and even now. What about the Green Party? The Green Party are in South Norfolk Council right now. You tell me what green, apart from money, if money was green, you tell me what green policies they're implementing.
Yeah, what did you support or spread among
making
people?
It possible for people to have solar panels?
Yeah, have some.
No.
Or wind
turbines?
turbines? Or
no. Are they letting people do what they want to do in their houses? No. Like it belongs to you. Your stolen assets. And secondly, why are the council getting involved? It doesn't belong to you anymore. Bugger off.
Yeah.
And where is the law?
It's like dictatorship.
Where is the law? Where is it? Did you pay your rent? Yes. Did you do this? Yes. Did you pay the council tax? Yes. Then the rest of it is bullshit. So is it okay if I draft up a contract with a woman before I get with her? We accept violence. We are going to control. No, and we both sign it, and it's our relational agreement. Are we then allowed to do that? We may choose to murder one another. We may choose to murder our children. We may choose to do this. Are we allowed to do that? Same thing, right? We're going to choose not to allow the law into this house. See, look, I put my signature on it. We're not going to listen to housing associations. After all, they stole all of our stuff. Considering the individuals that have never worked a day in their lives, and I mean that from the bottom of my heart, have never worked a day in their fucking lives. Their work is, joining a council somewhere for a lifetime supply of taxation and money. Yeah. And they're no good with it. Let's say we get rid of them all and we replace it with AI. Not just any AI, internet-based AI, where everybody's mobile phone connects to. People, do you want a £40,000 bench in Memorial, or do you want us to get a few of them from B&Q? Do you know, with that 40 grand for that one bench, we could put benches everywhere. Did you want us to build a new hospital? Someone comes up with an idea. It goes to an app, a centralized national app, where people are churning out ideas to create new types of fuel when the different stuff is coming out. People get behind it and throw tax towards it. They bring back all of these and get rid of all of those corporations that have stolen from us. No more idiots. No more people that think they know. No more unqualified people. No, the people that are common people. We should call it the app of commons. Meaning common people. We, the frickin' people, say how this goes. Not with police officers, we need police officers. With doctors, we'll keep that going. Do we want to build a new hospital and knock down the old hospital? Or shall we keep both? Opening up a door for people who need to be taught how to become doctors. Who would like a go? Loads of people fucking crying out for that shit. The jobs here make me laugh. It makes me laugh, right? How many apps have you got for different jobs? How many apps in this nation, right, where they talk about, oh God, politics, right, goes on about people that need to work, and there's plenty of factories. These are all like fucking Nazi Hitlers. How many of them are dictating that you need to turn up at this time? Who's in control of the trains again? Must have your own car.
Yeah, government.
You're going to turn up when the train turns up, and you're going to be 15 to 20 minutes late, and they don't want you. One, the train service won't run trains earlier, and two, the job company won't extend by, okay, if you get in 15 minutes late, I've got this many people that will be here at this time who are local. Some people coming from further away and they're relying on trains. You'll start at 7:15, but you'll end at 12-hour shift, 7:15 in the evening.
But they can move the whole shift, you know.
They can put that shift wherever they want. Who's in control of that? No one. So when everyone goes to a job, oh, I like using Monster, I like using this one, I like using that one. What the fuck? So you need like 50 different apps to apply for a job, and no one is sticking, and it should be mandatory. None of this app bullshit. It will be one app, and only one app for finding jobs. All the jobs will be listed on there. Why? Because then you know where to go. And send us your CV, send us this, but none of them are actually looking at your CV.
Recruitment companies, yeah, they have
Why
their own
do you
apps.
need to know my job history? Well, to make sure you're qualified for the fucking job. More like, I can't be asked to pay for training. What? Let's just wait a second, shall we?
But
What, is the
the
council
paper-
running this as well, are they?
But the paper is enough, or whatever the file where it says so, instead of putting it into fields on some website and writing it over. And then I went to another company and they have the same form,
But
completely
in
the
theirs.
same but on their website. So I have to fill the same form the same way. If there was at least like one
You just need
agreed
to fill it
form,
once, and
yeah,
it goes to everybody.
one agreed form. So when I have the CV, it will, because it can read it, but it reads it wrong.
And there needs to be more laws, or not laws, demands. You can dictate to the people, but you can't dictate to companies.
If
Hang on
it
a minute.
can be
Less of this
unified,
bullshit.
yeah, unified CV that one person would fill, download it, and then if they apply somewhere else, they have that unified where it reads it as well.
Oh, blocking people from immigration is an easy thing, isn't it? That's why they all go for it. That's why they all lie before they get into power. I'm telling you the truth. People in prisons will be made to work. Cash cow? Cash cow? 9 grand, and you get all of your healthcare taken care of. Was it the council in there as well, are they? Well, they've got human rights. No, dearie, no one has human rights here, because if they did, this wouldn't be this way, would it? You mean to tell me that you've got people in a prison that don't work, don't do anything, have health checks, hot water? Fuck me, the prisons must be costing a fortune. Must be making Anglian water loads of money for the rain that pisses on that building. What about churches? Fuck me. Don't even get me started. No, that is wrong. That should be removed completely. So what, you're paying council tax, you're paying road tax to maintain drains and everything else, and now you're also paying Anglian water? So road tax, council tax, and Anglian water, all for the same job. Hello? And you've got no money. You're still charging people like you're building council houses. You're still charging people like you're actually doing work. You're still charging people like your environmental health. I did more of your job for you. Oh, and you, Saffron, because you lot clearly don't know how to operate houses. I don't even own one, and I think I could run it a lot better than you. I don't even run a council, but I could definitely run it a lot better than you. Difference is between me and you is I have this thing called integrity that I will give to other people their freedom within reason. If it's to get solar panels, have at it. Go for it. Oh, no, sorry, you can't have solar panels, just the businesses can. No, businesses should be looked at a little bit more differently. Did your company at any point waste any fuel? Are you leaving your lights on at night? Yeah, but we got solar panels. Don't care. It's creating heat. A bulb is producing heat. Your electricity is producing heat. Where you turn that off, you could give it to someone who's on benefits. You could be reducing theirs.
Yeah, send it to charity to benefits anyway.
Give it to a church.
Yeah.
Allow the church to get what... You're all godly people, I take it, right? And this is another thing that's very funny, considering you have taken all of the common land, and it's obviously a misconception. No, it isn't a misconception. You thieving bastards have to take the land that was given to the common people. And what, because somebody fell in the area of Thetford at the time, that land no longer belongs to anyone, it now belongs to the government? No. They said that you were to never get your hands on it.
Yeah.
That means it, and we would respect that.
Yeah. Yeah.
So common people can go somewhere when you lot are playing silly buggers.
Yeah. Yeah. If it was the other way, they would be yelling.
You
If
can't
common
have
people
cattle
wanted
unless
their...
you've got a deed.
Yeah, yeah.
But you can have a pet though, but just one. Just one. Equality, right? Block of building flats. One rent is 600, one rent is 400, one rent is 700, one rent is 800. You tell me what part of equality is that?
It's not.
That's price fixing.
Yeah.
For like.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's bullshit. And why are we doing this again? It's called affordable housing, but
But
it
the
ain't
council
affordable.
tax
Oh, yeah,
is
more
counted
council tax.
counted to the biggest
don't
and
forget
all the
rainwater.
same. Oh yeah.
If the house is a certain size, you can charge
Yeah.
more for the rainwater that
Yeah.
drips off, right?
Yeah.
And now we've got more water going to the rivers faster, and it's causing flooding, so that they can then look pretty and be like, well, the council have got a job to do, it just wrecked the whole area, should we look busy?
Instead of soak away, to slowly.
To slowly soak it away, which then allows the land to be parched. Then, when you have hot sun, it evaporates this, which is very good, by the way, because it helps to keep you cool. Yes, it don't half cause some fucking storms. But again, putting in a well inside Africa to drain the water out and release it into where? Where do you think all that water's going?
Into the air. Go away.
So you
It
take
doesn't
water
stay
from
in
ground
there,
that
yeah.
was staying there.
Yeah, yeah,
You bring it up.
yeah.
Whereas you could extract it from salt water because it came from that area anyway. And if it does go back there, well, you're just replacing what you took. This is called a self-fulfilling prophecy, right? This is a cycle. This is what the sun is doing anyway. That's interesting. And then you could fill the reservoir underneath there.
Yeah.
Wow. God. Sure. And you are with degrees and everything else.
Too late now. The Africa is cracking already.
Do you know what? Going another way, right? When I was on the verge of doing so, we would already be independent. What does independent look like? Creating your own power source? Creating your own energy and space? Creating your own housing? Life support systems? Bringing entire nations up, animals and nature. Trying to impress a god. That is the way to do it. If you believe in such things, being one man that sits over all, it isn't like that. You'll square with it one day. You'll face it. Then you'll see. A collection of vessels. Life forms that have transcended, risen, ascended. Beautifully. Large number of them, all shapes and different sizes and different forms. with different thinking capabilities to you. And can you imagine it if flipping humans got there? It would be my heaven.
Yeah.
It would be my afterlife. Let's have a war. They look funny. No, you stay over there and we'll stay over here. You can't have any of our stuff. Should we steal off of all of these people? And then we'll claim it for ourselves, yeah? This is you. This is your... You don't like it, but it's you. It's how you act. Look at this privilege. And you are tarnishing it with a very bad name. I mean, that is some very below scum, that is. Doing God's work. Where? And I'm so distracted with that over there. Don't pan your camera because it's a lot. That's very interesting. But do you see it?
Yeah, I see.
That is very beautiful. But anyway, and this is it. So let's just do the maths, right? Their little 1%, and I'm not talking about everybody because I think that there are some individuals that want to walk this path, but it has to be everybody. Everyone as one. Uniquely different, yes. Uniquely talented in different aspects, yes. But all eternally gifted in their own field, and they've got to find it. Here on Earth, where you're arguing over crumbs. Fucking crumbs that a star has been giving you generously. Look at all of those northern lights. Every time you see that, remember the star is blessing you. It is giving you. All the different colours mean the different gases that are coming in. Mainly oxygen, but still, let's keep going with that. It is blessing you. All of those little particles. So small, but so many. And they add up. It is not going on forever. And plus, you wouldn't want it to, because there are other life forms to be taken care of. Ants could be upscaled, while humans downscaled, dwindled out. Are ants going to do more? Are birds? It's not going to be identical to you, and it isn't going to be without its challenges. But time is of the essence. And wasted time on life forms that want to waste life is not it. At least give me life forms that have got half a chance of doing something. All down to your so-called Mayan calendar, which it isn't a calendar. It's a frequency tool, if understood in the correct format. Do you know there are clues everywhere? But yet you have... Some know it, some understand it. And they've been doing nothing but hide it from you. Because, my power. I got a sore ass now. Tough shit. You lied. That's how it is. You have manipulated generations where you claim, manipulation is legal. But that means we are manipulating, but you can't. Control? That's illegal, said the fucking council. And where is the king? Come on, no good hiding away. Pull your reins. At any moment you could have snapped those cords, pulled them very hard and made them all stand to attention. You either want it or you don't. And with the amount of murder your family is surrounded by, I think it'd be in your best interests to change. Up to you, though. Every person you've sent to battle, don't you forget it. If they were worthy enough of being collected, and they find out the real truth. You're not the bullshit you spin in books, not the bullshit you teach your halfway fucking Grimrars, none of that shit, no. The real truth. That you have created this. Life forms were moving and evolving very rapidly. They let go of their tribal instinct of cannibalism and killing all of the men and breeding with the women, they let go of it. They stopped. And then you were like, let's bring it back. Have you seen bees? Have you seen ants? Let's bring it all back. But we just call it war, we'll upscale it, and we'll make it across continent. Is there any part of this human evolution where you're going to look and be like, I think that's it? Over land? Are you kidding me? Without this and with AI, could you think that people could get together and be like, we need some resources? And everyone working together would be like, well, we do have this stockpile here on this side of the world. Do you want it? Should we all work because everyone's working together to create what? Monopoly. Another city. Oh. Another hot infested place that is going to create more problems for you. You know, cities are causing you problems. You just don't realize it. Towns are causing you problems. In space, they do not. It gets too hot, well, speed it up a little bit. You're going to start getting away from that fucking thing you call a star. Time is nearly over. And you're so independent. And you still will be until you leave this star system. Independent, what? Because you can dig in a fucking ground that God gave you? Because you can mine things that are being given to you? You can't go and get your own, but no, we can take it from here. Look how independent we are. No, you are not. Look how powerful we are. Look, we can sit in this beautiful building here, stockpiling gold. Oh, lardy fucking da. Again, something else that has been given to you. You didn't exactly go out into space and find it, did you? No, you paid someone else to go and dig it for you. You went and murdered people for it. Did you get it yourself? No. No, you didn't. You killed people over it. What for? Just help me understand why. Is it because these people are intelligent and wouldn't give it, or they would give it? What do you want it for? So that you can play power, play, act. You're on a stage. Your choice. Don't say you weren't warned, because you were, and you have been, repeatedly. And you know what? You like to test people and see how far they can run, and watch how they don't react and they don't do this. Well, you lot are going to do the same because you expected it from somebody else. No, I push back. AI would be the way forwards. An internet page. Where we're heading. Why we're heading. How much money do you think will accumulate on just taking this back? Every time you pay your bill. Look, people, we can lower it by 25%. You can, yes, and we'd still make a profit, but it'd be easier on you. But every time you pay your rent, it's going into the grand scheme of things. If you want a job, you're not going to be pointlessly sweeping a floor that a freaking robot can do. No, no, no. Come and join something amazing. Come and support not just yourself, but your future generations as well. We're going to give them the very best opportunity that we never had. We're going to give them the freedom that we dreamed of. We're going to give them the keys to a very decent future. We're going to give them the tools, the education, in the best way that we can build it. Why? Because we are socialist creatures. We live on a planet full of other life forms. That when we all link together and come together, look at what we can do. Look at what we can create. Look how independent we can become. Wouldn't that be a great thing?
Yeah.
Flying food habitations. What can you build today? Week on, week off. Build this, somebody else picks off where you left off. Oh yeah, go on, I'll give it a go. I want that enthusiasm that you've got. Whether it's in an hour burst over the course of 5, or whether it's for 5 hours versus an hour's rest. I'd like to capture that into a craft that goes on to support many generations to come. You've got a fuel idea, you've got a power idea, you've got a food growing idea. I want it. I don't want one version, I want multiple versions. Why? Because my understanding is that one of these versions could fail if we just have one. If we've got multiple and one fails, it gives us time and food to sort the other together. And hopefully that when we come together and combine all of this, we create something even newer. And then it leaves somebody else, because we're stuck in this blindness, where someone young comes along and says, how about we mix this, and this? Yeah. Very well done, very good. Come on, anyone want to have a go at building that? Yeah, okay, yeah, I do. It becomes a job, not making money, not making shit for yourself, no, but ensuring your future goes on, your kids get something. Mm-hmm. Better life than you ever had. They'll remember the old times because you'll tell them it in stories. You've captured it in videos. The contrast. Watch them shudder when they watch back at all the old bullshit. The same way you do when they were saying that they were drinking arsenic and putting people on this and doing that to them. You're like, oh, yeah, no, you're still doing it. You're doing it now. Hindsight would be great now. You can have hindsight. It's a choice. Yeah, it's 2020. It ain't 2020. That's a choice, it being 2020. Laziness. Why? Because you won't calculate. You won't calculate quickly. Because you're taught to calculate, but you won't calculate to see where it's heading. But yet put a fucking war in front of them and watch them strategize every contingency plan. Put life in front of them and they're... muggles. People that are not of my class. The fuck is wrong with you? What are we going to do when you get to heaven? If you do. You're not my class. You don't look like a certain type. You don't act like a certain person. Fuck me, you're going to have to be so deconditioned. It is unbelievable. And then they'll be like, oh wow, life. They'll blame life. It won't be money that they'll blame. Money made me evil. No, it'll be life made me evil. Everyone will know the truth that it was your choice. At any moment, you could have changed. At any moment, you could have gone the other path. Go to battle or support creation. Sort your differences amicably, which is powerful, which is incredible. Or keep doing this shit where you blow each other up. Is it over resources? Is it over this? Is it over scarcity? Then let's look at it. Let's eliminate it. For everybody, wouldn't it be a much better world? It would, wouldn't it? But there again, what would you do? What would your jobs do? Where would your power be? Well, you wouldn't have any, would you? Because the power would be moved from this destruction to creation. And that's when the best leader stands. Do you even need a leader? Or do you need organizers? There's a difference. A leader leads what? One person tells a whole population how things are going to be. And this is passed down to councils, which then tell everyone how to be. And then this is passed over. Look, I'm a bitch. And then the housing associations, no, I'm the bitch. Look what we took away from them. Aren't we great? Because you need people who are fucking less than you, don't you, to make you look more significant. If you had all the solar panels and you had all the wind turbines and the animals on your land, look, you don't have them. It's a bit like having your fingers chopped off back in the day going, yeah, I got 2 fingers, you bastard. Do you get it? They need people, they create it in order to make themselves feel more powerful. Do you know how shit that is? Do you know how low you've got to be to even do that to other people? Your mindset is on taking away from them to make yourselves look what you're not. Because you are not capable of transcending, you are not capable of running an empire, you are not qualified, not capable, have no fucking clue, none, because you spent your whole life filling your mind up with superiority, which it isn't even superiority, you've just been demoralized, right? If you equal everybody, what are they? Equal everybody with the same choices, the same opportunities, the same education. What are they?
Nothing.
Nothing. Equal.
They are the same as the rest.
Equal.
Yeah.
Equal, and they don't want to be. You see, it's got nothing to do with luck, chance, or anything else. It's about how far you can kick a stool out from people. Why do you think so many people have had stools kicked out from underneath them? Why do you think you all live impoverished after your family have worked for fucking thousands of years? And not one of them own an empire. Where's all their money gone? Must be because you're shit with money. And yet these ones that didn't work, how much money? You see, when you have a fair opportunity on the world gives everybody a fair opportunity. Okay, if there isn't enough berries, it grows more. Have you noticed that? It almost seems to support you. There are more bees, there are more flowers. When there are less bees, there are less flowers. You didn't even notice this. Life supports life. That's just the way it is, yeah? What about if you have people that then know this and then stand in the way of it? This flourishing. Because it makes them important, right? That would be like the blackberry bush throwing away and killing all other blackberries just so it could look like the best blackberry. And the only blackberry bush, mind you. I am the only one that can produce you blackberries. Just you remember that. Could you imagine if this was how selfish everything was? That it would eliminate everything else just to make itself look like the beautiful, beautiful blackberry bush. Unfortunately, that's the way it is. If you impoverish a nation, how rich does it make your nation? Your nation ain't any richer. What happens if we made the rest of the world poor and left Britain? Would, by default, your nation look extremely lavish? Would it?
Maybe.
Oh, it would, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
But is that true lavishness or is that artificial? Is that an illusion? Sorry, I don't mean to pop bubbles. But anyway, I'm going to start to wind this one down. But it's where I'm at, to be honest, in my mind, that you, with these chances, have sold all of these things you should never have sold. Illegal. And we should use our nation's powers to get this stuff back. All of it. And councils, you either toe the line or bye-bye. And housing associations will no longer be a thing. It will be the people and the tax pot. And then this money is not going to benefit a few, it's going to benefit everybody across a wider service.
Yeah.
More hospitals, prisons, you work. No, if you don't want to work, it's a choice. We're not going to force you, but there's the gulag. Yes? Gulag, I don't know how to say it. There's the shit prison zero. That's ground zero. Prison number one, a little bit more given to you. But you are going to give back. And then you will want to get out of that situation by default. So you will climb to prison number 4. When you're there, you're working, you're going to set yourself up, and you are paying back into the tax pot. That's what your role is. It's your punishment. Sit into some bars somewhere waiting for fucking Armageddon. No, you're going to do something. Why is that? Well, because there's loads of factories crying out for people. We can give you pointless jobs, sweep a floor or something, you know? Whatever you need. The fear psychology of the bottom set, you know, that's why famous people do as they're told. They don't want to go back to the swamp.
Yeah.
That's why they're puppets, essentially.
Or avoid the area where they would be told what to do, so
if they
are
just do
elusive,
this and act like this, I'm not just meaning people with money, anyone, they toe the line.
Yeah.
Because they don't want to go back to that.
Yeah.
One statement that was said was a celebrity called Paul O'Grady. He said that he would absolutely hate it if he went back to his old life.
Yeah.
So this created a fear. He had a fear. And this fear made him toe the line so that he'd never speak out of context on anything. So he followed a script. Because he didn't want to go back to that. Yeah. Now we do the same process with prison. That's zero. You fuck this opportunity up and back you go. Can you climb again? Depending on the severity of what you did. But that's a choice. This is against my human rights. Yeah. You are. Well, you know what? They say to people on benefits, tough shit. How many people were dying whilst they severed their benefits, whilst these proncy politicians were filling their pockets to sit on a council spouting bullshit. Oh, I bought someone a bench. Welcome to the council. Follow your family background and you are actually related.
Yeah, the waiting rooms are empty and they buy bench outside.
Look, we've seen an increase in child neglect. We're going to need some more social workers, but it's going to be redundant pay. No, it's going to be retained. You know, like retained firefighters, where they get paged and they leave whatever they're doing and rush to the fire station, and then they become a firefighter for a bit, come back, unchanged, and then go back into work, or whatever it is they were doing beforehand. Yeah, we're going to need some social workers like this. It's going to be pay as you go, unfortunately. It's going to be a side hustle. Does anybody want it? Yeah, I'll take that. I can manage that. And employers, whoever you're working for, you are going to give them. Well, it's funny, you can bend over backwards for people like that, but you can't do it for everyday people. And I think that it should be free strikes, that if your company comes to me and says we need people to work, you've got the opportunity to come on this website. Here's 10 people. You say no to 5 of them, and we're going to strike it off. And we should make it so that you can't get anyone to fill that position, because you clearly didn't need someone that badly, because you were being picky. You wanted someone with a certain action and a certain life does not cater for you. Do you think that people are born to suit your needs?
Yeah, they are born with the experience.
World.
Yeah.
Sorry to rain on your parade. We will not have people pricing happening here. You don't like it, and piss off. It's simple as that, really, isn't it? Isn't that what you say to us? There's your P45, but it's reversed. It means that you are not finding anyone here to fill that job. You're going to have to look overseas, I think.
Yeah, and sponsor your...
This is supported racism. This is supported xenophobia. This is supported inequality. This is all of those things. Gender, sexual preference. If they can do it with everyday people, then they will do it with cultural differences. They will do it whether they like you from this part of the region or that part of the region. Oh, are you gay? Are you do you have ginger hair? Have you got too many long nails? Have you been in prison? They can discriminate against you if they are getting this picky.
Yeah, they ask you what race you are.
Job here of what you're looking for, and someone will go, I'll take it, and then we'll go, off you go.
What gender you are, they ask you. What race you are. What gender you identify yourself with, so it can be different as well.
Are you a Mormon?
Your religion.
Now you have too many holidays. We need someone a bit more, but they're never going to say it. So they are allowed to secretly, manipulatively, allowed to be racist, xenophobic, religious, whatever you want to call it. They can go at you for sexual preference, whether they like you or don't. In a world that prances around and goes, you know what, we're becoming this equality. Equality. Wow, it's funny that you actually got this hidden process done first and then went over to this bullshit equality. And then what about the companies that use people from certain races just to make themselves look good?
Yeah.
Again, this is the reverse of it. Oh, I don't want you, you're white. No, it's not what we're looking for. We're looking to boost our company's credibility here. No. You should never be allowed to see where people have worked before. What we will do is set up a job centre that is comprehensive and all your jobs go here. You get strikes. None of this bullshit with apps. Did you see the way we shut down the illegal download sites? Yeah, we're going to do the same with your apps. Job search, job this, job my ass. No, job centre. It's called a job centre for a reason. People that are unemployed are in job centre. Imagine that. Go into a job centre, put in your CV in, and the next day you've got a job. Don't like that particular job for a particular reason, because then it will start bullying, so we will have to make sure that there are strict rules on their bullying. There you are. Somebody else. look, I'm not sure I like this job, it's just not me. Okay, we found something else right now. Would you like it? Yes. Have at it. You start tomorrow. Give us your CV, give us your information, put it into our beautiful AI system and watch it work magic for you. Don't like your job? Change it. With anything else that we've got to offer you. Who's running this country? Who is running it? How the fuck have you not even done this yet? I don't get it. I would do this would be implemented. We shut down illegal download sites, and I'm going to be shutting down illegal companies that want to discriminate against people.
Yeah, people from your area. Why do you take
Thieves.
people from further away, and
Thieves.
people from the area has to go then further away somewhere else?
Yeah, and then people will
Global
say,
warming.
Oh, but there's trains, you've got to have cars. We can't rely on trains.
Yeah.
And then the government's saying you must do public transport. But yet public transport does not cater for jobs anywhere.
No, it doesn't. In my country, it
And
does.
we will remove this
Yeah.
as if you know someone in the area, because this is what it does, it keeps it in the area. What if you're in a town like this where they're all stuck up their each other's asses, right? And they go, we're not having this one. And they all get with their little groups behind the scenes, and they do this. It seems
Yeah.
so far-fetched.
Yeah.
Don't employ that one. Oh, all right, then I won't. I'll make their life hard. That's what we're doing. And they work with councils and different things like that. And they are corrupt. I don't care what anybody says. Look at the way they operate. Hey, Saffron. Oh, it's solar panels. You can get him on solar panels. You're not allowed solar panels. It says you can't have any solar panels. Well, it doesn't say it in my tenancy agreement. Then you move to another property. You've just signed it into your tenancy agreement. So you didn't move me because the place was fucking toxic, poisonous, and dangerous to kids. No, people. But still, you didn't do it because of that. You didn't do it for the goodness of your own heart. No, you did it so that you could eliminate solar panels. And again, we're paying you council tax by force for this? I don't think so. And terrorism is a weird thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Nigel Farage, yes?
Yeah.
Apparently there was a plot on his life.
Mm-hmm.
Do you notice how they managed to get that with Farage? They managed to stop it, find it, and break it apart.
Yeah.
What about all those people on London Bridge?
Yeah.
So if it's a politician, not good. But if it's someone who's an everyday person, I wonder if we can use this to strengthen our bogus laws already.
Yeah, and you had something in Subway in London years ago, didn't you?
Yeah, don't manage to get that okay though, do you? But again, I know you're paid to do a job and you have to follow orders. If not, you're thrown back into that same swamp over there. Wouldn't that swamp be a beautiful thing? If we could pull it out where there's something so
If there
beautiful.
was no swamp
If there was
around.
no swamp at all, no illusion,
Yeah.
no class,
Yeah.
no hierarchy. Because hierarchy is just crap, really, isn't it?
Yeah. I lived like that.
Anyway, but if you send this application here to the job centre, we will look at the CV.
Yeah.
You employers, you just need to know who this person is their tax code, is their bank account, and they'll be starting tomorrow, okay? Cool. The job centre will be like this. Why are you flexing? Well, I am. I just told this company who's turning up tomorrow. Anyway, but still, it's not anything to be like that. But, you know, it would be done with an AI system. Muck hand. And then it can say, potentially, this person might be able to do this job. They go and do it, and they get a good result. How do you feel about it? Yeah, I feel pretty good. I've been learning this, doing that. Would you mind putting it into our database to teach anybody else who might be a bit on the fence about it, who's never done it before, who have got the same skills as you, because you've never done this before. We found this job for you in this way, but it didn't fit your past, but we're going to add it to things that you can do, and we could try you on something else that you would like to do based on some of this. You might be good at this. Would you just make a quick video or write it just to tell somebody else who was like you all the things that you needed to hear before you started this? That reassurance, that pass the parcel of knowledge, you know? Go in there, you'll be fine. Have a little go like this. I don't think things have changed that much. Blah, 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 blah. And then you can help the next person become an absolute fucking star at what they do.
You know, I've seen many people who came to do something they never done before because in 90s, that was what people did. They started something new.
And what about if it's a really bad company? Very bad, bad company.
Well, they have reviews, so they could have reviews somewhere else, couldn't they?
Yes, but
in
we
job
would want to know
center.
directly the pros and the cons. And if we look at it and think, whoa, that's not right, then we won't be sending a council that cater for all of these companies. Let me give you another example. Have you contacted Trading Standards? Okay, you know they've just done something that is totally immoral, wrong, goes against every food hygiene and everything else because you've been watching. And then Trading Standards go on and give them 5.5 stars. Actually, it's more like 4.5.
Yeah.
What was the point? They're there to just... Trading Standards are there once. You've been there 5 or 6 times and seen it.
Yeah.
And they have to go, well, we've got to let you know that we're turning up. What? Next time police officers go to investigate a crime, they're going to have to let the criminals know they're investigating a crime.
Yeah, beforehand.
Might as well, yes, because we're all equal under the law, yeah? Every single time you want to investigate, and I think we should have transparent on what all of this stuff is being bought. Because if we're paying millions or billions per month for bureaucracy, for people to pencil push, we've got this law, black and white. This is how it is. X, Y, Z. Clear, cut, crisp. Knife this big, illegal. Knife this big, legal. Everything smaller than that, legal. Here are the reasons that you could be using this particular thing outside. These are legal and genuine. However, notice how they have X, Y, and Z. If you don't have X, Y, and Z, illegal. This way, illegal, 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 illegal. Anyone caught with this, and this? Fair opportunity. You've been warned, clear and cut. People, shall we vote this law in? Everyone goes to their smartphone, to the web page with the app, and they click, yes, we want that law. Or 60-20, 60-40, I don't know, whatever it may be, where the population are a bit on the fence about it, means it needs tweaking. Until you've got everybody that's voting yes. You've now, well done you, because you are all now politicians. Well done, you're better in your country. We plan to build this, this, and this. Shall we go for it? Yes. We're thinking of bettering the water infrastructure here. Removing out all of the shit that's not needed in the water. Better process. It's going to require this much from the tax pot. Shall we give it a go? Dedicate 5 years. We should have it done by this long. Prototypes are going to cost this much to trial it out. Do we do? Yes. Come down to this event on this day to try and drink some of this water from the prototype and see how good it is. And watch how fascinating this is. People come, people go, people have a go. Oh wow, this is incredible. You made this from this? Yeah, we did. Oh my, this is wonderful. Okay, we're just showing you because we're going to roll this out across the UK. It's going to be space ready. It's going to help if we move over towards the stars. It's already going to be ready at filtering, cleaning and doing all of this. And the wonderful thing is that your waste that comes out of here is also going to be cleaned and only the dry stuff is going to be put away somewhere else. Shall we do this? People go away, think about it, think about that day, think about that event. Might as well get a few, whatever, arcade, different things there and make it a nice family day, bouncy castles, whatever, get the kids in coffee, whatever your thing is. And if people come away from that remembering that day of all that nostalgia and this wonderfulness, and they'll feel really happy to be a part of the nation and click yes. Next thing comes in, a little dingle with an email. Would you be interested in a job at working to build this? How many people do you think would go, yes? Where do you currently work? Here. What about new food markets? Underground farms. Food that grows all year round, even in the winter. Vents oxygen, and a lot of it. We're growing forests underneath that as well. Futures may be able to burn it. Also testing this space stuff where we take a massive fluorescent bulb and we aggravate it with, I don't know, a few halos with a few feather dusters around it. It creates quite a bit of light, enough to grow food in space and provide heat. Perhaps some accommodation in future. Shall we build this? Yes. What about underground farms? Yes. That's your supermarket. To grow it so well, where did you get your food from today? I picked these tomatoes literally off of the plant and then went to the checkout. That is what we call fresh, ladies and gentlemen. the point where waiting lists are big. Yes, we need more doctors, but be realistic when we say it. We're going to hire this many people are going to be retained doctors if they would like it. The other part can be off to go and do scientific stuff, discoveries, because when we get the waiting lists down, there isn't going to be a need for many doctors. That's what it means. Then it means better wages for the ones that do stay on. Kind of a bit weird. And then if there's an influx of things, would you, yes. The job market in this will expand to take any big dips or valleys, peaks and valleys. There's more fires than usual. We need more firefighters. Okay, now we don't need as many firefighters. Is that okay? Yeah, that's fine. I'm just doing my bit for my country. Yes, you are. What about the Wall of Fame? Best ideas get submitted. No voice is ever ignored. We want to know the stupidest ideas to the best ideas. Do you think you could build that? Yeah, well, I've built this in my house. Oh, that is beautiful. You ever thought of upscaling it? It's not for me. Can we buy that off of you? But realistically, can we give you something for it? Also, if we do upscale this and there is a revenue bill, would you like around 10% of it on going forwards? It means that it gives you more time and more resources to experiment with more stuff. Anything like this, we're happy with. It's to better everyone. Hopefully we can get this in all people's houses. How much more of a comprehensive nation is that? How better is it? A fluctuation in things that you need and don't need. Do we need more houses? Yeah, we do, but we're making profit off of the ones that we took back that you stole. And yet, if you expect people to live under the same tenancy agreements you set, then shouldn't all the board members, shadowy and CEOs and shadowy CEOs, and every member of that company should be living by those same rules? Equal under the law, right? You should be living by them as well. And that's in rich or poor, government or king, get rid of all of your shit, and then the government have to get rid of all their solar panels as well. You get rid of all of yours and the wind turbine. Get rid of them. Can't have them. Why? Well, why should you charge people money for getting things from a star, which is technically free after the best part of 5 years once you've paid for those panels?
Yeah, it's too dangerous, isn't it?
Too dangerous.
That's why people cannot have that, because it's too dangerous.
It's way too dangerous. We're not even helping the environment by doing this. If everybody did their bit. But no, it was just made for rich people so that they could get their bills down after wasting all of that coal and destroying everything, taking all of the nuclear bombs and making dirty bombs as opposed to giving people clean, renewable energy. Yes, that's right. No, we'll have to compact it like Chernobyl, where it's a massive power station and a lot of this stuff together causes a very bad problem. But if we just put little bits inside phones here and there and inside devices, not a problem. If it pops, a little bit of radiation. If a big motherfucking hench of a power station with all that nuclear crap inside it goes kaput, that is a big disaster waiting to happen. It can also be used against us. But what are we going to do about people? I don't know. Let's regulate it. Anyone caught mining this stuff is getting very long time in prison. Yeah. You know, because those laws work for everyone, don't they? Comprehensive recycling. Mm-hmm. Experimentation. This was supposed to be the nation of science and philosophy. What's it been? The nation of control and dictatorship. Worse than any dictatorship that we're being taught about. The councils are more dictatorship than any dictator I've ever heard of. Yeah. Saffron. Fuck me, you're a dictator and a half, aren't you? It's like you studied Adolf Hitler, fed it steroids, inflated its fucking ego, or dictator, ate it, bathed in it, put it on as a moisturizer, and then became it. It's like you metamorphosist. It's like you quadruple gargantuaned Hitler, what he was, and was like, you know what? I don't think that was quite dictator enough. I'm going to add some salt and pepper to this, and I'm going to amplify it with a bang of curry. Make it more spicier, more tastier, more controlling than you've ever seen before. And then someone else is like, no, yours isn't more controlling. Look at mine. Look at my dictatorship. Look how I control these people. Fucking ridiculous. You are ridiculous. And how many people did you kill in that battle? Again, just remind me whilst you all sat here with your companies protected. The only thing that collapsed were small businesses at the time, weren't it? But all of those Cadbury's and everything else, you survived, didn't you? You all survived the war and everything else, yeah? With your ration packs and got your little stamps on your food. Yeah, you all survived. To become what he is. It's almost like you were singing, anything you can do, we can do better. Yeah, you might as well have played that. Were you playing that in your bunkers? Whilst you're waiting for the war to finish. Find out who won. Ridiculous, isn't it? You've become the very thing that apparently you sent hundreds of thousands of people to die. And you've become it. We're not dictators. We just allow other people in our nation to become dictators. We pay the council to be our dictators. We're not dictators. But we don't stop them either. Only if they've got flying saucers, rockets, and what else did we get from there? Oh, practically alloy. Anything else? Anything? Am I missing something? I'm pretty sure there is. That's the stuff we know about. But what about the stuff that's been hidden? Practically built. We used it as paste to paste over the cracks in the empire. What we stole from them, and then became the very thing that they are. I can see why you think money makes people mad. It must be this technology that makes people dictators. Fucking hell, weird. Oh, it's getting hot in here. Yeah, it's very warm. Anyway, I'm going to leave this one here. So, but, you know, I don't think I really need to ask the question of what do you think, because I think that people think this all the time, but just haven't got the words to put it in to context. How much would we be saving? We need transparency on everything that you're buying. We need to see what you're spending your money on, the wages, the clothes, the cars, the fuel, the food allowance, everything. Not a bar chart, not a pie chart. No, we want to see it wage for wage, penny for penny, paper for paper. Because, I mean, that's a lot of money for bureaucracy, really, isn't it? When bureaucracy is pointless. We can sit here talking guff all day. Like stoics that are paid highly and handsomely for it.
Are they?
Pretty much, right? Are you writing this down? Yes. Yes, I am. I'm just going to write all of this down. Why? Because paper trails. Not that I could ever get around these paper trails if I wanted to scheme loads of money out of that tax pot. I really could. But let's keep it as a paper trail, because all of these people believe that that paper trail tells you where all the money is. And then one person goes out at the end of each politics cycle and goes, there's no money. Stop looking in that book and post it online as to what you're spending this on. Because the houses and the housing and the council, how much money do they get to look over applications and reject them? When you want to apply for some land and you want to build something on your land, for them to say no costs you 10 grand. Where does that money go? Where does the tax go? Where do all the fees for driving licenses go? Where do all the fees for this go? Where does the tax go? Where's the tax on all of the products that you buy going? Where's all the council tax going? I want to know every single penny. And we want to see where you're wasting it, and your wages, because you don't get those for free, and your little buddies, and all the things that you say no to and charge a very high premium. Register offices, all that money that comes in there. Where else does it come in from? It's all these weird little nooks and crannies, isn't it? Do you mean to tell me that paperwork costs you 10 grand, but you're only on a salary of 39,000? Fuck me. You are a housing officer, and you're only on 39 grand a year, but you're refusing applications of £10,000. And it seems to be not going into the tax pot, so it must be funneling somewhere. Unless you've got a bottomless pit somewhere that you're filling with money and you're ready to dive into it like Scrooge McDuck. Cyril Sneer. Either or with your cigar. And that pink bent nose thing. Have you seen it? I'm going to show you a picture of that in a bit. That's funny.
Okay.
But yeah, no, seriously, where is all that money going? Must be on people on benefits. Yeah, they seem to be rolling in money. They must be getting all of it. Every single penny. Do you know what? They're getting so much money that the fucking king is begging for diamonds. Please, sir, I want some more. More? They must be so rich, these people on benefits. The people in prisons must be going, there's nothing here. I don't have any heating. Look at my teeth gone. They must be dying of bad health, fucking all sorts, yellow fever and stuff. Yeah, because all the people on benefits are sucking it up, right? Then you've got all the people that you tell to hate these people. I mean, it's clever. People like you make me sick. I work all my time to pay people like you. How many... did the government pay these people to say this? Because it seems so illogical of what you're saying. Wait, let's just take a pen for a second. How many people are in your family? No, you said it was you, didn't you? How much tax are you paying again? Well, I don't know if that's any of your business. Well, since you brought it up, I didn't know whether my life was your business. But still, go ahead. 200 quid. 200 quid. Your 200 quid versus 1,000 people in my family who have worked. Never claimed. Who have worked. Paid into a pot that they've pissed in and don't have a window to throw it out, never mind a pot. They have paid in for fucking centuries that have built all of this shit. And you mean to tell me it's a cunt like you that is paying for people like me? And you use the word people like me? Like there must be a school of people like me that you're paying for. Because I forgot you're a fucking king. Oh, no, at least you're a working one, so technically you're not a king, are you? Well, I cut ribbons off of wrappers. So do I every Christmas. Fucking feels piss take. Why did you wrap this in a ribbon? I'm just going to rip it open anyway. Well, I wanted to make you feel like a king with your party hat on. Fair enough. You're fucking weird. And there again, what goes around comes around, I guess. Ooh, chocolate. But yeah, no, anyway, so I'm not getting at kings, but, you know, apparently they have the same rules as everybody else. Fuck off, I don't believe that for fucking shit. Who's going to stop the king? When, what, all the councils that are meant to go around will be like this. Yes, sir. No, ma'am. Absolutely not. I don't even know why I came here again. I just plucked up. Yeah, that's right. Your fucking balls grew, didn't they? There's my stick. Get your ass back in there. And collect me more taxes, you little bastards. Well, I would be a ruthless king. Obviously, it's not like that. But, you know, it's still funny to say it. But it is for me. Yeah, but it wouldn't be like this. It'd be a very different system altogether. And yeah, I guess we'll find where all the parasites are, all the ticks, money ticks, that are sucking all of this into a black hole. Yeah, so one thing I've learned, that when you win the lottery, and it's like over trillions, what you need to say is, I don't have any money. Now, is that a lacking mindset, Terry, or is that a positive money mindset? Because, you know, you must think positive. Money must flow like currency, Terry. Right, okay. Have you ever known anyone that's rich? Well, the king. And government. And councils. And what's their money mindset? We've got no money. What did you spend it on? Sure, if I came back with that much money and I was like, Mum, look, got all of this money. And then I disappear and it's just like, Mum, can I have some cigarettes? No, you've got all of that money. Well, yeah, I kind of ain't got any money. What did you spend it on? Well, I bought a 40 grand bench, a 60 grand statue. Actually, I bought 150 60 grand statues. For what? I don't know, just stuck them in a town somewhere. Did the people want a statue? Or a bench? No, they've got plenty. Well, they're always made to stand up and wait. They don't even have benches at bus stops anymore, Mum. They don't? No, they stand and wait. You know? And they just got one bench, so kind of, there's too many asses to fill one bench. But yeah, I guess it looks alright, I suppose. With all the bird shit over it. But it looks alright. I'm sure you would sit on that. It'll soon turn green and rust. And then the time there's another one, there will be another bench. Probably £60,000 because we've got to add inflation to it and stuff. And then there'll be another bench, and soon we'll have a whole common full of benches. A field that was turned into benches. That was King 1. That's King 2. That's King 3. That one over there is the ruins of King 165 million back in the day. We're going to have a bench per king that a king will never fucking sit on. We'll go there, look at it, and be like, it's a fucking bench. How much you pay for this again? 40 grand. I think I'm going to side with Terry on this one. Do you not think this community could have done with better dentists? How much do you reckon 40 grand's worth a dentist would have done for an NHS dentist, which would have made more jobs? I don't know. What about that 60 grand statue over there? Because 60 and 40 is how much? But people need dentists. And how much did you earn for that newspaper clipping and whilst you were in the politics and running all that shit? Well, I charged this much per day and my allowance, and I had to get my pool cleaned. And what about the pigeons that keep landing on my house? They're doing me in. I've got to pay someone to get rid of them. Did you get the RSPCA to stamp the box after you killed them all? Yes, I did. Well done, you. A certified no animal cruelty. It sat on a shelf and got thrown in a bin because no one ate the meat, but the RSPCA were cool for the animal to be killed to be thrown in a fucking bin. RSPCA certified. Could you sponsor an animal like a cow? This cow, grazing in a field happily. Then it was taken and put into Morrison's. No one ate the cow or the beef, and it was thrown in a bin. Please pay us, the RSPCA, to stop another cow like Sally from being killed and fucking thrown in a bin needlessly. Jesus fucking Christ, man. And you can't even make food that is ordered, but yet we've got RSPCA on everything. Helen and Saffron are like, we're going to pay some of that RSPCA. That's fucking decent as fuck, that is. Oh my God. And then they go and take cats off of people who can't look after them, right? And they're not asking for money because they can't afford to look after them. It's like, take a cat from someone that couldn't look after it, and you can't afford to look after it, but you took it anyway, and then need to ask people for money.
Yeah. 150 pounds from
Fucking
some
hell.
companies like that.
So you take an animal off of someone that can't look
Charities.
after it,
Yeah.
and you can't look after it because you don't have enough money coming in. Please, sponsor that sad cat. What the actual fuck? Why don't you get in there? Have you ever heard of cat contraception or fucking dog contraception? I mean, we could dish this out, couldn't we? We could play around with the species fucking chemicals. You want to put it in some dog food somewhere for some contraception, you know? Please sponsor us to put some contraception inside dog food to stop another innocent dog from being utilised and taken by our company. And then we have to ask you for money because we can't fucking look after it. We're running out of space. But we never, ever put a good dog down. Right? But are you the same people that support the animals that get killed, that don't get eaten as food and then thrown in a fucking bit? Oh my days, you guys are fucking... Gee, you gotta do a lot better than to blow smoke up my ass. I'm gonna assure you on that. Shit! Me! What did you do with your life? Well, God, I worked with the RSPCA. Go on. I already know the answer, but fucking for my entertainment, go right ahead. What did you think you were doing? I was getting rid of a problem, not causing one. Not borrowing or killing Peter to keep Paul alive. Or killing Paul to keep Peter alive. Protect a dog but not a cow. Speciesism. And you want to come into my beautiful kingdom? Why, yes, I do, actually. No, because that would be like letting this life form die so these could live. Right, I know about that. And then you would need to be sponsored by the remainder to do that. I mean, swings and fucking roundabouts, right? Don't get much more plainer than a park. Why do we do things? I don't know. Because we do things. Because it's habit, I guess. Oh, look. Room to roam. Yeah, it is in that fucking plastic packaging, isn't it? Look at the fucking way it all moves in there. Fucking hell. That's more plastic than fucking... And if I don't eat it, it goes in the bin. And then what? That chicken could have stayed alive, grazing somewhere. making more chickens. Yet if I'd have ordered it, yo, Maurice, I'm thinking of eating chicken for this Sunday dinner. Next week is going to be beef. I will take that order. Oh, somebody else was saying that they wanted some beef as well. Did you want lamb? Yes, I also wanted lamb. Yeah, someone else said that they wanted a leg of lamb. Okay, so that's one animal I need to... All right, that's just saved me 8 carcasses that would have gone in the bin. Well, fuck me, I don't run supermarkets, but if I did, they'd probably be the best supermarkets in the world. Made to order. We don't bin anything here. Where the rest of them are like, what are we going to keep in the fridges? Well, I don't know. You'll be saving yourself some money from Anglian Water. You can shrink your shop a little bit and then you won't have to pay Anglian Water for all the water that rains on your fucking roof. I would like to say it, but it's a bit morbid. But we're saving 2 birds with 1 stone. Quite literally. Anyway, right, let's leave it there. I'm done with this now because it's going to get a bit more crazy because there's a lot of things I've been thinking about. What's wrong with this world? Nothing. It's perfect. It's...
No, it's not.
Yeah, that's it. That's me. Are you still filming?
Yeah.